Don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool to use the computer. Don't let the computer use you. You all saw The Matrix. There's a war going on. The battlefield's in the mind. The prize is the soul.
All right, we are live. We are live in full effect. Come on in, come on in, come on in, ladies and gentlemen. All right,
Welcome.
we got to get into Jim Carrey. So this is hot. It's a hot topic right now with Jim Carrey going to the award show, and people are speculating that it's not Jim Carrey. And you know how the internet like to take side by side pictures, videos, analyze like
Right.
zooms in, close in. So
Right.
you can kind of see some changes there. Could it be Jim Carrey in a Jim Carrey mask? Could it be Jim Carrey
Hmm.
acting as a Jim Carrey character? Because Jim Carrey be real versatile with playing characters. We all know that. Like he's a real characteristic type of person that can jump in and out of characters. So
Looks like a Jim Carrey impersonator, for real, for
you
real.
think it's a Jim Carrey impersonator?
I mean, it looks like one. I'm not saying that it is. It
Well,
damn sure don't look like no Jim Carrey.
We're gonna get into it. All right, so let me see if I can pull this up. All right, hold on, y'all. Shout out to y'all just coming in here. Please make sure you hit the like button. All right. Hold on, I was trying to get the article.
Was this at the César Film
Yeah,
Festival?
you got the. I'm about to say you got the article.
Nah.
Hold on. All right, let me see if I can get the article. I thought I had it. I thought I sent it to it. Oh yeah, here we go. Yahoo. It's the Yahoo article. All right, let me send this. Yeah, Jim Carrey. That was weird. When I seen, I was like, "Is this really Jim Carrey? It can't be." I'm like, "How did he? How did he look so younger? Like the other Jim Carrey, like looks more older. You could see the wrinkles, and I'm like, "Man, did he get surgery or something?" I'm thinking like, "Damn, did
His
Jim
whole
Carrey get
face
surgery?"
changed. Facts.
Yeah,
Jim Carrey just a year ago was looking a lot older.
he was looking a lot
And
older.
then all of a sudden his face looked like, like he got a facelift or a
Yeah,
mask on, to tell you the truth. His
with a
skin looks
mask on.
rubber.
Right,
The skin looks rubber, to tell you the truth.
looks synthetic.
And his eyes changed. His eye colors changed.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's contact or is that actual that's Jim Carrey now. So it's article. I think is this Yahoo? Yeah, I think it's no, this is what Wealth Geeks. Where's that article I just sent? Hold on, y'all. Kind of confused here. All right. Is that the right article I sent? Yahoo?
Wealth of Geeks.
It's Wealth of Geeks. It says Yahoo
Yeah.
at the top. Don't it's weird. That's weird. But it should have the tweet. It should be a tweet that somebody put together with a video. Let me see if I can send it again. All right, let's get into it. Let's go get into it. I think this is it. Yeah, well, I guess it is. Yeah. So this is it.
So Jim Carrey stepped back into the public eye after years of keeping a low profile, sparking a firestorm online. The 64-year-old actor, known of his wild energy in films like Ace Ventura and The Mask, showed up at the 51st César Awards in Paris. The French event, often called their version of the Oscars, honored him with a Lifetime Achievement Award for his work in comedy and beyond. Carrey has been semi-retired since around 2018, focused on painting, writing, and personal life, away from Hollywood's glare. His appearance marked a big moment, but it quickly turned into a debate about whether the man on stage was really him. Social media exploded with theories, memes, and heated discussions. Fans pointed to his changed look and demeanor as proof that something was amiss. Yet major outlets like Variety and People confirmed it was indeed Carrey, based on official photos and reports from the event. The buzz shows how much people still care about this star even after his break. So basically, he
Right.
went viral for people saying it don't look like him at all.
Right.
And people started posting comparison pictures of Jim Carrey from like 2 years ago to
All right. So
Jim Carrey now.
all right. So this is Jim Carrey right here at the awards right here. Let me play this real quick.
You know, I wrote it and I researched it
gosh.
and I practiced it like crazy, but you know, it's
It don't even sound like it.
yeah,
That
then
don't
I
even
watched
sound like him.
everybody,
Damn.
like talking 1,000 miles an hour up there receiving their awards, and I was like, I'm dead. But
I'm dead.
and I made mistakes, and I was like,
He said I'm dead.
Jim Carrey said, "I'm dead."
He said I'm dead.
So
That
this
stood
is
out. That
right.
stood out. The real Jim Carrey's dead because this guy don't sound or look like him and got different
All
eye
right. So
color,
different eye shapes. Period. So they compared the eyes.
shapes,
Yeah,
everything. Yeah.
that's weird. Yo, this is some weird ass shit. This is weird as hell. Yo, this is real weird. What the hell?
Yeah, that dude definitely. Yeah, I don't know who the hell that is.
Yeah, that's weird as hell.
Jim Larry.
Jim Larry. You said it's Jim Larry. That's
Yeah,
funny.
that's Jim Larry right
It's
there.
that Jim Larry. All right, well, let me switch
Yeah.
over to this one real quick. This is what someone did a before and after video. All right, let me see if I can pull this up. Man, where is it? Where is it?
Yeah, they got. Yeah, I'm sorry
this
to
is good.
inform you, EJ. Yeah, they got Jim too.
Yeah, it
They
seems
got
like
Jim.
they got
They
Jim.
got Jim the fuck
Or
up out of here,
or
man.
right. All right, so this is a video someone put together right
Carrey's
here.
blue eyes. Nobody realized that the person accepting the award
Let me bring it back. Let me know if y'all can hear it. We
Yep.
good?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we good on the
realized
sound.
that the person accepting the award at the 51st César Awards was actually Jim Carrey's body double. First, Jim Carrey's eyes have always been a deep brown, especially during the Mask and the Truman Show era. Those eyes carried a signature brown glow, lively and full of vitality. However, the person receiving the award had blue eyes, appearing almost unnaturally transparent under the bright stage lights. Second, anyone familiar with Jim Carrey knows that in recent years, he has gradually distanced himself from mainstream Hollywood social events and has publicly expressed his detachment from fame and celebrity culture. In contrast, the award recipient was very outgoing on stage, interacting frequently with the media and using exaggerated gestures, completely inconsistent with Jim Carrey's low-key personality. Finally, his classic movements and expressions seemed deliberately stiff. At the ceremony, he occasionally made familiar funny faces and exaggerated gestures, but these seemed like intentional imitations of Jim Carrey remembered from memory, lacking natural humor. Both the gestures and facial expressions carried a trace of mechanical precision, like a trained stand-in performing Jim Carrey. Do you think the person accepting the award at the César Awards was really Jim Carrey? Did you notice Jim Carrey's blue eyes? Nobody.
His movements and everything definitely was different. It definitely was different. Like, that's crazy. But you gotta remember Jim Carrey at the other award show. Y'all remember the one award show that went viral? Jim Carrey saying there is no me. Let me
That
pull
was
that
the
up.
real Jim Carrey.
Let me pull this up. Is this it? Hold on.
Hey, Jim Carrey.
There
Yep,
we go.
that's it right there.
All right, so he was at what? I forgot what award show this was. Should say Jim Carrey.
I think it was at Fashion Week. Was it at Fashion Week?
NYSM 2017. So this is 2017. All right, so this is the red carpet. But let's get into it. Y'all remember this one right here?
Yes.
what?
I've covered a lot of fashion weeks. This is the first time
Yeah,
I've run
Fashion
into Jim Carrey. Wait, tell me, is it true you're wandering the streets? You need a date to the party? What's up?
No. I'm doing just fine. I just, there's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
They're
I
celebrating.
mean, you got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe in
icons, boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we can come up with. It's like icons. Do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personality. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the
You don't believe certain
Why?
icons have the power to make change, to
Lagging.
think differently, to be bold, to inspire others? Artistry, you're one of them.
On the good foot. Ha! Yeah. You shut it down now. Yeah, no, I don't believe in icons. I don't believe in personalities. I believe that peace lies beyond personality, beyond invention and disguise, beyond the red S that you wear on your chest that makes bullets bounce off. I believe that it's deeper than that. I believe we're a field of energy dancing for itself. And I don't care.
But Jim, you got really dressed up for the occasion. You look good.
No,
Was that an accident?
I didn't get dressed up.
Who did?
There is no me.
There's no you.
No.
We're not here. This is a dream.
There's just things happening. And there are clusters of tetrahedrons moving around together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's happening in our world right now? Because there is a lot of news that actually is relevant that's not that
Here's the
uplifting.
thing. It's not our world.
None
That's
of this
the
is
key.
real?
Nope.
So you're just passing
We don't
through.
matter. We don't matter.
Oh, wow.
There's the good news.
Okay.
He said it's not our world. We don't matter. We don't matter. And you gotta understand what he's talking about as far as that, like we living in, a dream world. If you understand that. I mean, if you're a spiritual being, if you understand what a spiritual being is, then you understand what he's saying as far as like, living in someone else's world. But it's it's a collective of, that's a whole nother live stream. That's a whole deeper meaning thing we could have got into, but just his characteristics is different from that supposed newer Jim Carrey we see at the award show.
Yeah, that
Like,
Jim
it's
Carrey
movement,
looks younger than
body
this one.
different. Yeah, it looked younger. Yeah, so you remember when I sent
This
it to you? I
was
was like, yo, did Jim Carrey?
2017, right? This
Yeah.
is 2017.
Yeah,
So he looks younger in 2026 than he did in 2017.
yeah.
Different eye color, different face shape, different demeanor. Yeah,
Right.
that is not Jim Carrey, bro. This
And
is the
so,
real Jim Carrey right here.
And Tasha Nicole mentioned, she said different body shape. Exactly. Different body shape and everything. So I'm thinking like, and my mind, so I'm like, all right, so I know Jim Carrey is a character. He likes to play characters. I'm like, so is this Jim Carrey playing Jim Carrey as another character
bro.
within himself,
Nah.
or is this someone that's actually,
That's-
well, whoever this person is good. Whoever this
Nah, they
person
bad.
is good.
'Cause everybody knew right away. Everybody knew right away.
Well, the look, whoever presented the presentation of the look, whoever did that got the Jim Carrey, personation down. Like the presentation, I mean, they got it down. Like, but yeah, like how would you account for a 2017 Jim Carrey looking older than a 2026 Jim Carrey? That makes no sense. So that's when, remember I said to you, I was like, did Jim Carrey get surgery or something? Like to stretch his face out and the nose is different, the eyes. I'm like, all right, so how? I'm like, yo, I was spooked out a little bit seeing that.
Nah.
And all right, hold on.
surgery.
There's something else.
That's a completely different individual.
Completely different person. All right, so here we
Yeah.
go.
I exist. So
Can y'all hear that? This is the one where he's talking about he don't exist.
Yep.
I don't exist. So they're all characters that I played, including Jim Carrey, including.
See, that's what I'm saying. Jim
Right.
Carrey plays himself. That's what I'm saying. Is this Jim Carrey showing up playing a Jim Carrey character within Jim Carrey? Because this guy is like, he bugged out his mind when it comes to playing characters. We all know that. And he just said it right here in this video. Let me bring it back. One more time.
I don't exist. So they're all characters that I played, including Jim Carrey, including Joel Barish, including any of those things. They're all characters. Jim Carrey was a less intentional character because I thought I was just building something that people would like,
He's talking to
but it was a
himself.
character. I played the guy that was free from concern so that people who watched me would be free from concern.
See, that's what I'm saying, bro. He's talking to himself, and he's talking in third person as a character outside of himself, but within himself. You see what I'm saying? If that make any sense? He's explaining it in this video that he will play a character of himself within himself.
Well, I understand what he's saying. He's saying to the point he created a character within
Right.
Jim Carrey
Yeah,
to look a certain way to the
To the
public.
yeah, to the
Yeah.
people.
So that
Right.
he meant it in that way. He meant it in a way like to make people feel like, you know, this guy is carefree, and
Right.
I guess to inspire people to be like that. So he created the Jim Carrey character to be like that, like the personality of Jim Carrey to be
Right.
like that in the public. And they all the celebrities do that.
Right.
Everybody
Right.
does that who have a personality, you know,
Yeah.
as far as for the public, and then the
Mhm.
personality that they use for like behind the scenes for their family and close friends and shit.
Right. 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 Yeah. That's anybody. Like if
That's
you're a public
everybody.
figure,
Like you
yeah.
got
If
your
you're a
work.
public figure, yeah. Right. Right. That's
Not
going to
even
be
just a
different.
public figure, shit. Even just a day-to-day person, you
Right.
got
Right.
your
Right. Right. Right.
you got your
Right.
work personality, and then you got the personality when you're at home chilling.
Right, and it even switches up when you talking to certain people, and you just not
Right?
aware of it. Like you'll put on your white
Yeah.
guy voice or something. You know how
For a
black
job
people be,
interview,
yeah,
facts.
for a job, you
For
put
a
on
job
that,
interview,
yeah, you
then
put
as
on
soon as
that
you leave the
proper,
job interview,
yeah,
you
you'll
back
put
in the
on that,
hood and you say, "What's up,
right,
nigga?" But
right,
at the interview, "Hello, sir. How you doing?"
right,
"Yeah, I'm so and so. Yeah, I'm
right,
so
right, you,
eager to have
right,
this job." As soon as
right,
you get home, "Yeah, niggas, what's up? I'm back, nigga. Roll that
right.
L up."
Right. And the thing about it is the bigger picture of this all is that we are really characters. Like we are like we come to earth to be these characters. You know what I'm saying? We are characters,
Yeah,
being spiritual beings and basically coming into this world, we coming into this world as a character. Like I'm not
hell
really who
yeah.
I am. Like my name is not really who I am in the spiritual realm. That's the name that got chosen for me when I came on the planet. You see what I'm saying? So I
Yeah,
understand what
that's the
Jim,
type
yeah,
shit that Jim
yeah,
be on. Yeah.
yeah, that's the type of shit Jim carry on. So I understand. So that's what I'm saying is did he show up to that award show to play a character? Because he didn't want to show up as the character Jim Carrey, but he's showing up as Jim Carrey, another, version of Jim Carrey. You see what I'm saying? If that make any sense?
How the fuck he did that? What, he just put a mask
He
on?
that's
He put a
yeah,
Jim Carrey mask on over
that
his
he must
face
have
and put contact lenses in,
yeah, he must have did something, bro.
and then
Right.
put a bodysuit on, because that's not
Yeah,
even like, even if he did, people say, "Oh, he gained a little bit of weight." Even if he did gain a little bit of weight, it looked like he got shorter and his whole body bone structure changed. How the
or
fuck
did
you
he get
shrink?
cloned? And it makes you
How
think
you
that,
nah, a clone looks exactly like the original. See,
right,
people say clone when people look different, but if someone's
right,
to actually be cloned, a clone is an exact identical, even more identical than identical twins.
right.
A clone is more identical than identical twins, y'all.
Well,
Like, if you actually see what a clone is.
clone do have a slight difference because you can't really copy something like directly copy something. Something's going to be off with the copy, if that makes any sense. You see what I'm saying?
Nah,
Like
that's
it might
not
it might be like,
as far as looks, maybe
yeah,
personality, yeah, but
right,
the looks is going to be identical. The only thing that you can't clone is like if somebody got tattoos and shit.
right,
They wanted to clone the past. They would actually have to tattoo that clone, or you use some fake spray
right,
on shit to make it
yeah,
look like the original. But
yeah, that,
a clone is an exact replica.
yeah. Lion said he did have brown eyes, and you can't get eyes that uh light blue with contacts. You could tell they was contacts.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Did he show up in a disguise as Jim Carrey, but a different split version of Jim Carrey?
Bro, but how you change
He
your
was
body,
more
the whole
jitters.
body structure though? How you
Maybe,
get
I mean,
shorter?
we didn't see Jim Carrey in a long time in the public. You gotta realize that we haven't seen him in no movies. He haven't been at no event since 2017. He might have made a few
The
videos here
bone
and there for
structure
social
though.
media. For social media, he might have made a few videos. Like I think he did like a birthday video with him celebrating his 50th birthday. And he did like a video. I don't know who controls his social media because I don't think he has a personal social media, but he must have like representatives that he gives stuff to, and they post it on like the fan pages and stuff like that. Because I don't think he has like a personal social media. Jim Carrey strike me as the person he'd be on social media under a whole different name, different. You know what I mean, like he'd be like a troll. Jim Carrey, mommy, I think he'd be a troll on social media. You know what
It
I'm
looked
saying?
like
Like,
if he is behind this, it looked like he paid an impersonator. A
right,
completely that wasn't Jim Carrey that showed up, fam.
right,
I'm sorry, because the voice wasn't the same. the mannerisms wasn't the same, the
Right.
bone structure wasn't the same, the eye color, which okay, it could be
Yeah,
contact lenses, wasn't
yeah,
the
but the
same.
eye shape,
Face
right? Tasha
structure wasn't
Nicole,
the
the
same.
eye shape, right? Tasha Nicole said the eye shape was different. Exactly, like his
All
eyes
that shit
didn't
was
even,
different.
yeah, his
That was a
eyes didn't even
completely
shape the
different
same.
individual.
So you think Jim Carrey played somebody to show up as him?
Or
It's
he
possible.
could have been
Yo, you
taken
gotta
out
realize,
and
you gotta
they
realize,
switched. It's a
Jim Carrey.
possibility.
You gotta realize something. Jim Carrey is that type of individual that he will hire somebody to show up as him. You know,
That's
he got
true.
that type. He got that type of mindset. Like he would pay somebody to actually show up. Like that could be like a prosthetic mask.
It is a mask.
Yeah, it's like a
You look
prosthetic
at the
mask.
texture of that skin.
Yeah.
That looks like one of those masks,
Let me
one of
bring
those
that video
realistic
back.
masks. Yeah, bring the video back and look at the
Let me bring
texture.
that video
Look
back.
at the texture of that skin, bro.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Look
that's
at
a
the texture
prosthetic
of that
mask.
skin.
And I don't know. Jim Carrey might have hired somebody to show up as him. Like he would do something like that.
An impersonator.
Right, impersonator. Right. All right. Let me see if I can look. Everybody, look. This is all over the internet. Everybody's talking about that. Ain't Jim Carrey.
Yeah, they talking
Hey,
about
let me
that
show
shit
you this
all over
one.
the world.
Right over the. Let me show you
He
this
got-
one. Somebody just posted. Hold on. This definitely. Yeah, that's definitely not Jim Carrey. If this. Yeah, that's a mask. I'm thinking it's a mask. Let me pull this one up to show
That's a
y'all.
mask, bro.
You see that? That's a mask, bro.
The color is off, man. The
Right,
color
right.
is off. And
Hairline is.
dude was kind of corny.
Yeah, it was
Like
kind
he
of
was kind of
definitely corny.
artificial.
Yeah, Tasha Nicole, you
Look at
was
that
right.
shit.
The eye shape is way different.
Way different.
Yeah, that might be a mask. The nose is even different. Yeah, I think that's a
Nose is
mask,
even-
bro.
That's the mask,
Yeah, that's
my
the
nigga.
mask, bro. That's a mask. That's a mask from the past.
And look how the hair connects to the
Hairline.
head.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
the
mask.
hairline. That's a
Jim
fucking
Carrey,
mask, bro.
you paid somebody to show up. Jim Carrey, like, man, I ain't going to no Meaning Says Award show. Let me just hire somebody to show up as me. All right, we solved the Scooby-Doo mystery, y'all.
I don't know. What if they did take Jim out though and replaced him? And they got some counterfeit going around.
Why would they take Jim out?
Just so they could keep his. Because Jim was
Man,
doing that shit. Jim was exposing them. Jim was exposing them. Jim wasn't.
I
He
don't know,
wasn't
Shaggy. I don't know. That might
Jim
be Jim
wasn't-
Carrey, Shaggy.
right.
Isaiah do a way better, Scooby. Got hit him, bro. You got hit him with the Scooby Doo, bro. This is the perfect
Hey,
time.
Jim Carrey. That's not Jim Carrey.
Scooby Doo.
Oh no, Scooby!
Where are you?
I think they killed Jim Carrey. Oh, Shaggy, no!
Yo. Oh shit, bro. Damn. Yeah, Jim was exposing shit. Let's pull that up. We got some
Jim was
shit.
exposing shit, bro.
Let's pull up the Jim Carrey exposing Hollywood. We got that.
Jim wasn't for Hollywood. Jim wasn't for Hollywood.
Hold on,
I mean, it's just,
all right, hold on. I guess we get into Jim and then with the Roseanne, because we got the Roseanne and Monique conversation back and forth about
them switching
celebrities
out.
Yeah, right. So I guess we'd go with Jim Carrey first, and then we get into that. All right, hold on, y'all. Make sure y'all thumbs up this video. Thumbs up this video. Thumbs up this video.
And if y'all haven't already,
Yeah.
man, go check out nightandayherbals.com. This is
Oh,
sponsored
yeah, let's
by
get into yeah, let me get into a quick
nightandayherbals.com.
commercial. Yeah, let's get into a quick commercial before we get into the Jim Carrey video. All right.
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.
All right, y'all know where the link's at in the chat. Links is in the description of this video. All links. If you want to donate, you want to super chat us, you want to whatever you want to do to support us, just pushing the like button and sharing this and supporting us as well. And we definitely appreciate all the love and support y'all been showing us. And we're gonna keep rocking. All right, let's get into this. This is Jim Carrey exposing Hollywood. Matter of fact, who channel is this on? I want to
get out there in the woods in a circle naked, and they.
Hold on, I want to give people their credit. Just don't want to be. Agenda Insight is the channel. All right, Agenda Insight. And the title is Jim Carrey finally exposes the truth about Hollywood on live TV. All right, let's get into it.
Decide these things, and and look at him trying to come it up. It's hilarious.
No, because there is no me, no self. Jim Carrey is gone. Actually, never existed.
It's not our world.
None of
That's
this
the
is
key.
real?
Nope.
So you're just passing
We don't
through.
matter. We don't matter.
Oh, wow.
There's the good news.
If you think Hollywood is all sunshine and lollipops, then you must be living under a rock. Beneath the glitter and red carpets lies an industry harboring some of the darkest secrets ever to shake its fans. The recent revelations and imprisonments of powerful figures like Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby have exposed the sinister side of the entertainment world, proving that the business can be as wicked as it is glamorous. Yet, not everyone in Hollywood has sold their soul. There are still a few who dare to speak out and challenge the darkness within. One of those rare voices is comedian and actor Jim Carrey. With more than 50 films to his name, including a dozen box office hits, Carrey has experienced the highs and lows of the industry firsthand. Having seen it all, he's become one of the few willing to lift the veil on Hollywood's hidden rot and reveal what really goes on behind the scenes. In a past interview with Jimmy Kimmel, Carrey stunned the world when he claimed that the most secretive organization, the Illuminati, was not only real but active within Hollywood. His words caught everyone off guard, as he was the first major celebrity to publicly acknowledge the group's existence. Aware of the risks of exposing such a powerful network, Carrey cleverly disguised his revelation as comedy. To avoid direct confrontation or legal trouble, he referred to the group as the Illuminati instead of its actual name. The audience, thinking it was another one of his eccentric routines, burst into laughter, unknowingly diffusing what could have been an incredibly tense moment. But Carrey didn't stop there. He reinforced his claim through symbolism. During the interview, he used a gesture resembling the all-seeing eye, a well-known Illuminati emblem. With both hands cupped around his mouth and his tongue sticking out, he declared it to be their secret sign, leaving many to wonder if the joke was, in fact, deadly serious.
Is that a gang sign? Have you,
Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is.
What is it?
Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time is up. People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati. And you're a part of it. And it is the all-mocking tongue.
Wow.
Once again, the audience appeared to take it as another one of Jim Carrey's jokes and laughed. Or did they? After the show aired, several people who claimed to have been in the studio that night came forward with a very different story. According to them, there wasn't a single laugh in the room. In fact, every one of these supposed attendees insisted that the laughter heard in the broadcast wasn't real at all, but had been added later during editing.
And I'm sick of it. I want everybody to be in on the joke, man. For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy.
I don't
and
know,
docile,
you might be right.
So you don't know what's really going on. This thing is buzzing.
After that.
They're trying to turn us into, consumer drones of some sort. Hold on, I just got to get this.
And yeah.
Yeah, listen, I'm in the middle of blowing the lid off some.
What happened?
I'm sorry, Jimmy. I was temporarily interrupted by my iPhone. I think what I was really trying to say was I think people will enjoy Dumb and Dumber this weekend. They should all go to the theater tomorrow and see it.
They should.
Because we could use a good laugh. Ha 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 ha.
Determined to reveal the corruption within Hollywood, Jim Carrey went further, telling the audience about what he called the grand agenda of a secret society. He claimed that this shadowy group was working hand in hand with the government, their ultimate goal being to keep the public distracted from what truly mattered. The most intriguing twist came when, perhaps unintentionally, Carrey seemed to expose Jimmy Kimmel himself as being part of that same organization, though he did it under the guise of humor. For anyone thinking this is all speculation, the story takes an even darker turn. After that explosive interview, things began to change drastically for Jim Carrey. The interview racked up nearly 10 million views, showing just how fascinated people were by his claims. But behind the viral fame came a chilling consequence. Following the broadcast, Carrey's career appeared to spiral downward, with many believing he had been quietly blackballed. Major studios stopped hiring him, independent filmmakers stopped sending him scripts, and his once regular talk show appearances dried up. Supposedly the work of the same secret organization he had dared to expose. With Hollywood doors closing around him, Carrey withdrew from acting altogether and turned to painting as a form of escape and self-expression. When he announced his retreat from the screen, fans were left stunned and disappointed, still hungry for more of the comedy legend who had once ruled the box office.
Did you see Dolly Parton? I just interviewed her, and Jim, for her biopic, she wants you to play her music partner. Is that unbelievable, though? She said she wants you. Would you do it?
It's a lovely thing.
Yeah.
It's a lovely thing. Well, I'm retiring. Yeah, probably.
Are you being serious? Or are you screwing with me?
I'm being fairly serious. Yeah. It depends if the Angels bring some sort of script that's written in gold ink that says to me that it's going to be really important for people to see. I might continue down the road, but I'm taking a break. I feel like
that's the real Jim
you might
Carrey
never
right
hear
there.
another
Look at
celebrity
that.
say
Right,
as long as
right.
time exists. I have enough. I've done enough.
Wrinkles on the
I
neck,
am
wrinkles
enough.
on the face.
Jim Carrey eventually grew weary of the chaos and decided he needed a break. He wanted distance, not just from Hollywood, but from the shadowy forces he believed were watching him. He didn't want the Illuminati breathing down his neck again, or targeting him the way they allegedly went after comedian Cat Williams a few years earlier. Williams, much like Carrey, has long been one of the few bold voices willing to speak out about the darker side of the entertainment industry. He's endured backlash, ridicule, and even danger, yet he's never stopped talking about the alleged attempts on his life. Adding to the intrigue, his former protege, Jaguar Wright, claimed that the Illuminati had once gone so far as to break into Cat Williams'
bring her
home,
name
a
up.
chilling
Oh,
reminder,
no.
she said, of what can happen to those who refuse to stay silent.
Hell no.
Walking away was hard.
Oh, hell no.
But it was
Nah,
when the
I'm playing.
Illuminati first started coming after him.
I'm just playing.
And I'll never forget the day when they breached the house and I left. Back in that moment, Kat was still wearing Kevlar to bed.
She's lying about that. She lies.
I would get in bed with him at night and he would have Kevlar on.
Keep in mind, this account
She
comes
was
from
getting
Jaguar
dead.
Wright,
Sidebar.
a figure well known
real
for
quick.
exposing the darker side of the entertainment
Sidebar.
world.
Don't lie on that man, Jack. Don't lie on Cat. See, I forgot she said that. She used to go to sleep with him at night. No, don't do that.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
She
don't
went
do
to
that.
doing with a Kevlar vest on.
Yeah, don't do
Come
that.
on, man. Come on, man.
I didn't even know this shit was in this video. I should have scaled this video before I should have vetted the hell out of this video before I played it. Damn. Yeah, damn.
Oh,
Let's bring that shit back. Let's bring that
Wright
shit
claimed
back.
that the Illuminati had once gone so far as to break into Cat Williams' home, a chilling reminder, she said, of what can happen to those who refuse to stay silent.
Walking away was hard, but it was when the Illuminati first started coming after him. And I'll never forget the day when they breached the house and I left. Back in that moment, Kat was still wearing Kevlar to bed. I would get in bed with him at night and he would have Kevlar on.
Keep in mind, this account comes from Jaguar Wright, a figure well known for exposing the darker side of the entertainment world. Some of her claims about big names like P. Diddy once sounded outrageous, but in light of what's since come to light about the Bad Boy Records founder, many believe she deserves credit for speaking up early. So, when Wright says the Illuminati targeted Cat Williams, it's not so easy to dismiss, especially since Cat himself has never denied it. Still, this isn't a story about Cat Williams, and it's not meant to be. The point is to draw parallels and show what tends to happen to those who dare to challenge the so-called Illuminati. Cat's life has reportedly been under constant threat ever since he began exposing the industry's hidden darkness, yet he refuses to back down. Unlike Jim Carrey, who stepped away to protect his peace, Cat continues to face the storm head-on, refusing to let the establishment silence him. He's even spoken openly about being pursued by this mysterious organization. But as he puts it, he's still here, still standing, and still telling his story.
Recent controversy online, I know you don't spend all your time online, about Kevin Hart wearing a dress in the SNL skit. Dave Chappelle spoke about that as a comedian. Black actors always, being asked to wear dresses. Have you ran into that? And what do you think about that whole Illuminati theory that
Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress wearing people before him. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them and nobody likes them. Dave Chappelle has never been a part of the Illuminati.
But the video froze.
Yeah, my bad. I meant to explain that the whole thing with men wearing dress in Hollywood, that was always a thing, even from, you know, the ages coming through, you know, Rome and coming up through the ages. Men can only play both roles. Women wasn't allowed to act. So that's where that whole thing with men wearing a dress is from. That women wasn't allowed to play actors, so they had to. The men had to use, you know, the men had to play the woman and the man, you know, when it came to acting. So that's where that comes from. But this Hollywood shit is different. With putting niggas in dresses and all that, that's a different kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? It still extends from that, but that we all know that's a humiliation ritual. But let's continue.
Illuminati. They don't want him or me or people like us.
Yeah.
But now it's not necessary for us to stir up that hornet's nest unless we intend to get stung 1,000,000 times. I didn't understand that. They had to sting me 1,000,000 times. I'm still not going to join, but I respect it a little more.
And that's why Jim Carrey ultimately chose to walk away from it all. He was tired of running, tired of hiding, and tired of being hunted by the same powerful forces he once tried to expose. His retreat wasn't just about needing rest, it was about survival. The truth is, Hollywood isn't the land of sunshine and rainbows it pretends to be. Behind the glitz and glam lies an intricate web of manipulation, a world of smoke and mirrors where the rich and powerful pull the strings while the vulnerable are left to dance on command. In this system, a select few act as puppet masters, deciding who rises and who falls, whose careers flourish and whose crumble overnight. Those who dare to challenge or expose these hidden powers often find themselves targeted and silenced. That's been the reality for figures like Jim Carrey, Cat Williams, and Monique Hicks, people who spoke up and paid the price. Of the three, Carrey seems to have chosen peace over protest, stepping away to seek quiet and freedom from the chaos that once consumed him. Perhaps he's finally found the solitude he was searching for. Still, one can only hope more voices like his will emerge, people unafraid to shine light on the darkness lurking behind Hollywood's curtain. That's all for today's discussion. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.
So we got to get into Roseanne and Monique discussion. And that's crazy that they mentioned Monique in this video, being one of the ones that, you know, exposed Hollywood. But we're going to get into that. So it was a conversation Roseanne had on her podcast with Monique. We're going to get into that. All right, let's get into a quick commercial break. I'll be right back after these messages. This is sponsored by Night and Day Herbals.com.
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.
All right. Y'all know where the links is at in the description of this video and in the chat. Alrighty. All right, so this is a conversation. This is Roseanne Barr's channel, Monique. She had Monique on her podcast as a guest. I forgot what year this was. Let me see. 2 years ago.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, 2024.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's get into it. So what they talking about is, stars being replaced. So Monique was basically Roseanne asked her about, what she thought of cloning or stars being replaced or something like that.
She asked her about aliens, and she asked her about celebrities being replaced or people on television not being real.
Okay. All right, make sure y'all thumbs up this video and let's get it.
You thinking aliens are going to come here? A lot of people do think that.
Do I think they're going to come?
You think aliens are coming? Or you think,
baby, I think they're here.
Yeah.
You see some of these people walking around, you like, okay. okay. I see you not swallowing. I see you not swallowing, baby. Yes, indeed. Why? You ain't blinked in 6 minutes. I saw that. Yeah.
Well, if you're going to go there, then I'm going to go right there with you because I've been faking like I didn't see that. But yeah, I really go there all the time. Yeah, I don't even think half of these people on TV or whatever we're seeing there, I don't even think they're human. It might be some AI shit they cooked up to get us to look over here while they're stealing all our money. But, you know, I don't even know if they're real human. I don't know if they're alien or what, or if they're, I don't know.
I want y'all to look at my neck. I got a fat neck. You see that, Roseanne?
I do. Look at mine. It's all wrinkled.
If y'all see another Monique and that neck ain't fat.
Are you saying that you think they take people out and clone them and put a robot in their place?
Well, this is what I'm saying. I don't know what they doing. I don't know what they doing. What I know is our eyes, it's like you almost saying, are my eyes deceiving me? Am I saying what I think I'm saying? So I don't know what they're doing. I'm just telling y'all, if you see me and my neck ain't fat.
Did you see that?
Come get me.
Biden signing, sometimes he's signing with the right hand and then other time he's signing with the left. Plus sometimes his earlobes are not hanging like, sometimes they're like this and sometimes they're hanging like this. I don't know which one's the robot or if he got a facelift or if he's a...
Every time I see him, I'm like, somebody go get Joey. Somebody go get him. Somebody go get Joey. Mm-hmm. Go get him. Go get our baby. Now, go. He Uncle Joey at the cookout. Go. Y'all know, go get him. Now, shit. Go get him.
The neighbor that when I was a kid, they came over. They go, "Hey, somebody found Grandpa. He walked 30 miles to the next town." They thought he was just going to the store, but he forgot where he's going. They found him.
Yeah, Joe Biden, definitely Joe Biden mask. Like that was already proven.
Hey, remember Jim Carrey played Joe Biden on
SNL? Yeah, he damn sure did. Yeah, Jim Carrey actually played.
Keep listening. They ain't done cooking.
Oh, they ain't cooking?
Nah, they ain't done.
All right, y'all. Let's get back to
weird shit going on. There's some weird shit going on in Hollywood, and these two been in Hollywood how many years? You think you know they would know?
Yeah, Roseanne at least 40 plus.
Right.
About all close to that. Right.
Right.
Let's let him keep cooking. All right, press that like button, y'all. Let's let him
30 miles away. Yeah, that's what it's like. Yeah, yes. You're right.
You'd be like, somebody get our baby. Somebody go get him because we're not sure. And we know that. Wait, listen, go get him. What's his wife's name? Jill?
Yeah.
You'd be like, Jill, go get Joe. Go get him because
Oh, one more note. Pause this real quick. One more note.
Do you think
on Joe Biden. You remember in the Epstein files, they said Joe Biden was dead. You remember in the Epstein files, they said that Joe Biden died in like 2017 or some shit. The real Joe Biden. So that man that was walking around as Joe Biden, we don't know who the hell that was. Another mask, and then people did the same comparisons that they doing with Jim Carrey now. People were doing the same thing with Joe Biden. Like, that ain't the same Joe Biden from years ago. Who the hell is this guy? Right, people saying it is a mask. It is the same thing with Jim Carrey. That shit that Jim Carrey that showed up at that festival had a mask on. All right, I guess we can continue.
Nefarious, like, do you think that it could be their aliens that's out here to just drink our blood and leave our corpse laying there, taking our livers and shit? Do you think they're going to
Again, I don't know what they doing. But if you ever FaceTime me and my neck ain't fat, I'm your ass to come get me. You come get me. Listen, I was doing a show in New York, right? This is the first time I've shared this story publicly. I was doing a show one night in New York. And this guy had on sunglasses in the front row. And I said, listen, I'm not going to keep coming back over here seeing you with these sunglasses. There's no sun in here. And you being disrespectful. I need to be able to see you, right? So he laughing, and I walk to the other side of the stage. I come back. I said, you think I'm playing? If you don't take them damn glasses off, Roseanne, he lifted up his glasses and everything was black.
Oh, he didn't have any eyes?
Did you hear what I said?
What?
He lifted up his glasses and everything was black. The energy I got from him was, do you want to comment? I look back at him, and the energy I gave him was, I'm going to mind my business and walk my ass back down to the other side of the stage because I want to keep my fat neck. I'm not questioning shit. Keep your glasses on. I bought him a drink too because I didn't want it to go no further. I didn't want him to be offended.
You peep what she said? Pause that real quick. You peep? She said because she want to keep her fat neck. Basically letting people know that they will take your ass out and they will replace you. And if you ever see her show up and she ain't got that fat neck, that's actually called by her a bad thyroid. If she ain't got that fat neck, she basically saying she's been replaced.
Right.
All right now. See that?
All right now.
Jim Carrey was out there talking about the Illuminati.
All right now.
Out there talking about the Illuminati and all of that. They ain't like Jim. And Jim, you gotta think about it. Jim Carrey got a big ass fan base, a lot of influence. And if Jim Carrey telling you that they, in seance circles and drinking blood and all that shit, people gonna believe it.
Yep.
And they replace your ass real quick. People saying that that's not even the real Dave Chappelle that's out there right now. You remember it was a rumor going on about that Dave Chappelle. That ain't even Dave Chappelle out there.
Right. Exactly. Facts. Man, I think it was another video.
Remember he did the whole FU Hollywood farm.
Yeah, he did.
And he right back. Oh yeah, Gucci Mane, yup. They say after Gucci Mane got out of prison, that wasn't the same Gucci Mane. They could be offering these niggas and replacing them, man. They could be offering these niggas and replacing them for sure.
Right.
Yeah, even Jim Brewer said that's not the same Dave Chappelle. And he paid that was Dave Chappelle's friend from Half Baked. The boy from Half Baked.
Yeah, Jim Brewer was exposing a lot. Facts.
He was exposing the fact that he tried to talk to Dave Chappelle and it wasn't the same Dave Chappelle.
Mm-mm.
And he know Dave Chappelle personally. And he's saying that they switched him out.
They switched him out.
Yep.
Damn, but did they switch him back? Or did Dave Chappelle?
They switched him out. That means they killed the original one. Yeah, and they got somebody else out there basically because they want the brand to keep going. See,
so I wonder how
they don't want to kill him off completely because they want the brand to keep going. So they create a fake one to put in its place so they can keep collecting that money and influencing people off the brand, even though the real one is gone.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, if you start seeing Jim Carrey get big movie roles again, that ain't Jim Carrey, bro.
Right.
If he start getting big ass movie roles again, that definitely ain't Jim Carrey. If Hollywood all of a sudden let him back in their graces, bro, that's not Jim. That is not Jim.
Mm-hmm. Damn. So Jim Carrey. So you think Jim Carrey got switched out? A possibility.
The real Jim Barry.
Jim Barry. Jim
Yep,
Scary.
Jim Barry. He buried in the fucking dirt.
Jim Scary. And that's crazy because he played
him with Jim Scary.
Because he played the character The Mask in that movie The Mask.
Right. He played the character The Mask and he played Joe Biden on SNL.
But that, I think it got hard for him when he played that movie 21. When he played that character, I think I don't know, that character did something to him.
Which one?
The one when he played in that movie 21.
23.
23, I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
It was
23.
dark. It was dark character. That
Hell
character
yeah,
was
that was a
dark as
dark
hell.
character.
I
You
don't
think
think
he never came back?
I don't think he ever recovered from that character.
Yeah, but this Jim Carrey ain't even that one.
Yeah, it ain't.
This Jim Carrey that showed up at the César Awards, that wasn't even the same Jim Carrey that played in 23. That couldn't recover from the character he played in 23. This new motherfucker, I don't know what that is. It's a nigga in a mask parading around. I don't know what that is. But that ain't no damn Jim Carrey, bro. Nobody can convince me that that's Jim Carrey. How a nigga whole voice going to change, eye color change, bone structure change, mannerisms change. He looks like an impersonator, and he's doing a bad job at it. Yeah, that shit, and his skin look rubber. The skin look rubbery.
Right.
And then the hair, the way the hair separates from the hairline, that shit look like he got a mask on, bro.
Right.
I don't know, y'all. I'm thinking that they replaced Jim Carrey, y'all.
They
Sorry to
replaced Jim
say.
Carrey.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I honestly
Man.
think like
Jim
that character don't look nothing like Jim Carrey, bro.
It doesn't. That's what I'm saying. It does.
That
Let me
shit
bring
don't
that
look
back.
like Jim Carrey at all.
Let me
Yeah, bring that back.
Let me
Bring
see
that
if I
back.
can pull that back up. I'm gonna pull that video back up. Hold on.
Cause you heard what Monique said. My neck different. You know what I mean? If
I ain't got that
for
fat neck.
if she ain't
That's
got that
crazy.
fat neck,
But
that's
Monique be
damn straight.
Monique be over there working hard as shit with the workout videos and all that shit. So for her neck shrink, it could be from her doing all her, aerobics. Cause she got
That's a
so many.
that's a thyroid problem. You could work out all day, if the thyroid is still fucked
Right,
up. Your neck is gonna look
right.
like that, bro.
That's
I don't
true.
care how much you
Facts.
work out.
Facts. All right, let me see if I can find this other one.
She
Pull this
need
one up.
iodine. Yeah, I know. What if Monique took some iodine and shit, and her neck went down?
I don't know. I don't know. She on her health conscious thing, so she probably already got that under control. She health conscious right now, so I'm pretty sure she got all that under control now. Yeah, what I do with that video? Hold on. Where's the one? Looking for the one that Jim Carrey. Where's it at? The one that I'm at the awards.
Damn, man, they took out Jim Carrey, bro.
They got Jim.
Damn.
They got Jim.
And they take people out, because I still honestly believe. This ain't exactly the same, but I honestly believe they took Anne Hesh out, bro. When we seen her trying to
Anne Hesh got taken out.
Oh my gosh, man, that
Anne
was
Hesh got taken out.
That was terrible, bro.
Yeah, she rose up out of that.
Terrible.
Yeah, she rose up out of that. That body bag like Thriller. She was well alive.
Anne Hesh out.
She was well alive.
Merci beaucoup. C'est très gentil. En tant que personnage.
Look at that shit.
Que vous incarnez.
Oh man.
Comme l'argile du sculpteur que vous façonnez à la forme de votre cœur. Quelle chance j'ai eu de partager cet art.
Fuck, he looked like Kurt Russell trying to play Jim Carrey and shit. He looked like a mixture of Mickey Rourke and Kurt Russell and shit. Like, what the hell is going on? Look at that, bro. That ain't no Jim Carrey, bro. Look at that. This Escape from LA looking ass nigga. Look what the hell? And y'all know damn well that ain't no Jim Carrey. Look at that, that fake hairline. Yeah, that nigga got a whole mask on. Damn. They took out mother effing Jim Carrey. They took out Ace Ventura, goddamn Pet Detective. Bro, the video ain't playing.
I'm trying to play the video. I was switching. Yeah, I was
Videos?
gonna switch. Yeah,
Oh yeah, that one.
yeah.
Yeah, it's basically saying it ain't no me.
All right, so this is the upcoming is a channel. It said Jim Carrey, we don't exist. We're nothing but ideas at Jim Carrey's and Andy the Great Beyond press conference.
Damn.
So let's get into this. Let me know if y'all can hear it too.
You know, talking to Chris in the film, you know, kind of jarred some realizations loose, and that, especially that, you know, there's a character that's been playing me my whole life, and in fact, there is no me, and I think that's the truth of everybody. We're not an I or me or mine. You know, there is an energy that has been given a label and a bunch of ideas about their heritage and about their nationality and about all those things that are supposed to be anchors to a boat that doesn't exist. You know, we spend our lives running around looking for anchors. Oh, hey, I'm Italian. That's it. That's who I am. I'm Italian. And the fact is, you don't exist. You're nothing but ideas. You know, and it's like we take all those ideas and cobble them together and make sort of a personality charm bracelet or an ID bracelet that we wear in life. You know, but it's not who we are because we're nothing. And it's such a fucking relief.
Somebody said Jim Carrey don't strike me as the type to get Botox. Yeah, plus Botox don't change your eye color, your mannerisms, and your bone structure.
All right.
Like that don't change. Botox don't change all of that. And don't change your voice neither. So there ain't no damn Botox. Damn, man. So what happened? So why y'all think they took Jim Carrey out, man? Why y'all think they?
I don't know. Maybe
why they
because he
waiting
was
till
talking too
now?
much.
But he wasn't talking lately though.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't
He was
saying
minding
that.
his
Right.
business.
So
He
I
was
don't
minding
know.
his business and painting and shit like that.
Like I said, maybe that's Jim Carrey, the other character of Jim Carrey, with just different prosthetic mask and
Or,
you know what I mean.
So it's a possibility. So we gotta keep this possibility open. And we know Jim Carrey hate those award shows and all. He felt like they were vain. Maybe he could have paid somebody to go in his place, like a Jim Carrey impersonator, because that's what the dude looked like. The dude looked like a Jim Carrey impersonator. So maybe Jim paid dude for the night to go as himself, to go as Jim Carrey to the award show because he got invited. And then the real Jim Carrey just stayed home. I'm hoping this happened. The real Jim Carrey just stayed home and painted and shit like that.
Right.
Meditating and painting. And he just sent this impersonator out there to the award show because he hate award shows so much. I guess that's another possibility.
True.
He don't necessarily, the real Jim Carrey don't necessarily have to be dead.
Exactly.
So I don't know. And that's what you said earlier in the show, right, Joe? You said that it could be somebody impersonating Jim Carrey.
Yeah, impersonate. Yeah,
that Jim Carrey paid for it to do.
Right. To pay up to show up him as Jim Carrey. because I believe Jim Carrey would do something like that. I truly
He
do.
would. He would do some shit like that. To tell you the truth. Now that's not something that's out of character for Jim Carrey to do.
Right. Like, I don't want to go to this award show, but I got a great idea. Let me see if it works. Let me see if it works. Jim Carrey, like a mad scientist, let me see if it works.
He probably, let me look up Jim Carrey. Let me go online and look up Jim Carrey impersonators.
Right. Made him sign an NDA and all that shit.
Yep.
Made him sign an NDA. Like, nope.
Bro, like, you got this pause right there, bro. That looks like Kurt Russell, my nigga.
Yeah, it look like Kurt Russell, right?
That don't look like no motherfucker.
That look like Big Trouble in Little China Kurt Russell. It does. And it looks like Kurt Russell from They Live. They Live Kurt Russell. Yeah. Yeah, that looks
and
like
no way in the hell Jim Carrey has ever looked like Kurt Russell, my nigga.
Subliminal.
So we know
frequency
damn
Kurt
well.
Carrey. Yeah, Kurt Carrey. Right.
So we know damn well. So we know damn
Yeah,
well.
Big Trouble in Little
There
China
ain't no
looking
Jim
ass
Carrey,
nigga.
bro.
Right. Big Trouble in Little China Kurt Russell looking ass nigga.
His face is swollen.
What's the other movies? Escape from LA, Escape from New York looking ass nigga.
But nah, look how his face is swollen like how Quentin Tarantino's did on From Dusk Till Dawn. When that nigga turned into the vampire.
Yeah.
And George Clooney was talking to him and they told him, shut up! Yeah, shut up! Right. And his face was all fucking swollen.
Yeah, because hold on, Jim Carrey's face ain't even that wide and his head ain't even that goddamn big.
And his chin ain't that wide. Like,
Yeah,
look at his whole bone structure, bro.
That's motherfucking Big Trouble Little China.
Big
Jim
Trouble
Carrey.
Little China Carrey. Yup. Kurt Carrey.
That's Kurt Carrey.
Kurt Carrey, man.
All right, Subliminal Frequency. You just coined a name for this clone, Kurt Carrey.
Kurt Carrey.
God dang. Yeah, his neck. Yeah, all that shit look thick.
Yeah, bro, that's not no Jim Carrey.
He got big ass Superman chin and shit.
Yeah.
Face like pie face looking motherfucker.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, nigga. Botox don't change a person's bone structure in their face,
Right.
man.
Let me find out Kurt Russell out here. Him and Jim Carrey in cahoots and shit, man.
Oh, you say that is Kurt Russell playing Jim Carrey?
Yeah, let me find out.
Like Kurt Russell.
Hey, let me find out.
Nah, but Kurt Russell look old as shit though.
Yeah,
This look like a younger. This look like a younger Kurt Russell.
Yeah, how the hell Jim Carrey look young? I could pull up some shit with him looking old as hell. How all of a sudden he turned young and shit in 2026?
Nigga, that's a mask, man.
Yeah,
That's
Benjamin Button type shit going on.
You can tell that's a mask though. Like you can look at that, you can tell because around the eyes it look like a mask, around the headline. Like this is the places you can spot masks. Look at the hairline. Look at the hairline. You can tell if it's a mask. Look around the eyes. You can tell if it's a mask. And look at the neck.
Yeah, Hollywood on some shit.
Look at the neck. And this shit. And then look at the texture of the skin.
All right.
Like that's a mask, my nigga. That's
right.
literally
Hollywood
a mask
on
that this
shit.
man is wearing.
Hollywood is on some shit. We found out. They playing in our faces. They
Now
been
I'm wondering
playing
if Jim.
in our faces,
Now we still wondering if Jim Carrey hired this dude.
right. If we hired
to take
Kurt
his
Russell.
place.
If you hired Kurt Russell. Said trick of the camera. If that's possible, hey. But I don't know about. I don't know.
Damn.
It could be trick of a camera. M. Dot. Yeah, that's possible. You know, a lot of AI, shit going on. A lot of filters
Nah, that
and
shit
all that.
wasn't live. That was at the film festival.
That was live. Yeah, that was live.
That was on a live. It was some live cameras on that shit,
Right.
and he looked like that.
Right. Yeah, where's the other video?
This just ain't no video that was. This just ain't no video that's an internet video. This some shit
Right.
that was.
I gotta pull the other one up too, though. Let me pull the other one up. Let's see if I can get this John. Damn, where's it at?
And we got like most people say that that's not Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
I say about 98, 99% of
a lot of people on the
character
internet
out there.
Yeah, they saying it ain't Jim.
Yeah, for sure.
It ain't Jim.
Mm-mm.
It ain't
Damn,
Jimmy.
where the real Jim need to come and speak on this shit? Where the real Jim at?
Where the real Jim? Well, he not gonna, speak on it if it's
If he's dead or
yeah,
if he sent this impersonator, right?
yeah. All right, here, let me pull this one up. This is it. I got it, y'all. I got it. Child, look what's him.
Yeah, I never heard Jim Carrey speak French. Not saying that he couldn't though. I mean, he is from Canada.
Yeah, right.
There's a lot of French-speaking people in Canada, so I don't. I mean, I wouldn't put it past that he would know how to speak French. But that motherfucker right there, that's not Jim Carrey anyway, so it don't even matter if he can speak French or not. Somebody said he played in Ellie and Earth Girls Are Easy. Yeah, I remember that shit with Damon Wayans and who was the third person? It was Jim Carrey, Damon Wayans, and Jeff Goldblum and shit.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep, in Living Color. Yep.
Do what you gotta do and live color.
Yeah, I seen people saying Selena Gomez changed too. Yeah, I seen that.
It's a wonderful feeling. I really took on a pretty big challenge trying to do my speech in French. So, I wrote it and I researched it and I practiced it like crazy. But, it's then I watched everybody like talking 1,000 miles an hour up there receiving their awards. And I was like, I'm dead. But
yeah, I don't know, bro.
Look at the texture of that skin, my nigga.
Yeah, that's too stressed out.
Look at the structure. Look at the texture, y'all. Look at the texture of that skin. He wasn't practicing French. He was practicing how to be Jim Carrey. It sounded like he already knew that the person that's playing Jim Carrey. He already know French. What he was nervous with is practicing to be Jim Carrey in front of the world, cause that ain't no motherfucking Jim Carrey. The foreheads don't match because that's a mask that this person got on, and the person under the mask his frame is different than Jim Carrey. His chin is different, his jaw is different, but he got a mask on that's supposed to look like Jim Carrey. Yeah, y'all. That's somebody playing Jim Carrey, y'all. He ain't got one wrinkle on his face. Nope. Look how his ears is positioned on his head. And then look at the other Jim Carrey. Yeah, that's a mask, bro.
Yeah, that's a mask, bro.
Damn. They sent somebody out there with a goddamn mask on, parading around as Jim Carrey. They didn't even attempt to replace Robin Williams. They just took Robin
Williams all the way out. Right. Well, Robin Williams took himself out.
That's what they claim.
I mean, supposedly.
That's what they claim. Yeah.
Yep.
Supposedly.
Yeah,
the same way Epstein took himself out. Right. They always say either a person took themselves out or OD'd or they was coming up with some shit.
Right.
But for some reason it looked like if they did take the original Jim Carrey out, it looked like they want Jim Carrey to still exist. So if we see Jim Carrey getting big Hollywood roles, knowing that Jim Carrey was like blacklisted for a while, if he all of a sudden he started landing big Hollywood roles again and he looked like this, they damn sure replaced Jim Carrey.
Right.
So I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna be watching to see if all of a sudden he get big roles in Hollywood again.
Jim Carrey. If y'all ain't click that like button, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah, somebody said the same way Bourdain. Yeah, Anthony Bourdain. Yup. And David Carrick. What's how you say? I've always fuck up the last name. Carradine.
Carradine. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, this Hollywood shit is crazy. They took a lot of celebrities out. Bruce Lee. They took a lot of celebrities out over the years. Oh, yeah. Some people said Martin might be a clone. I don't know about Martin. I don't know. Martin just looked like he had a bunch of health problems.
Yeah, Martin's slowly starting to get his sense back. I see him boxing and shit. He back in the gym.
I think he just had health problems and shit.
Yeah, he just had bad health problems. He did.
And health problems can change your appearance.
Right. Said Jamie Foxx. I don't know what the hell happened to Jamie. I guess.
Oh
Jamie
yeah, hell yeah, that's what
that health scared. But I don't know, right around.
They was saying that he was light skinned. All of a sudden he became light skinned and shit.
Right around the time Jamie was doing they cloned Tyrone and shit.
Cloned Tyrone, yeah.
And he miraculously had a health scare. Yeah.
Yeah, they saying it's a couple clones out there. Gucci Mane.
Biden,
yup. Dave Chappelle.
Kodak at one moment. At one minute, it was Kodak. At one moment.
I don't know if they replaced Kodak.
Nah, fuck, they need to replace Kodak or
yeah, I know, right?
They need to replace him
Them
for
niggas ain't important enough to replace.
Yeah. They could now. I don't think they could be experimented on though.
Yeah. Right. They could be experimented
because they still public figures and they still got influence over millions of people, so they can be.
Yeah, they
could be. They
have
could
a whole assembly line of them niggas, huh?
Yeah.
They can have a whole assembly lines of what's his name? Kodak, a whole assembly line of Kodaks and Gucci Manes and shit.
Right.
Just lined up. Like nigga Kodak could have OD'd 120 times and they just replaced him with another clone and shit.
Right.
Off the assembly line. They was even saying Rick Ross at one point. When Rick Ross came back, it looked like he was cloned.
Oh yeah. He just had that health scare, all that.
He had that health scare
and drinking, and he had that.
What did 50 say? He was eating too many. What did he say? Eat too many lemon pepper wings.
Lemon pepper wings, right? Yeah, did he have like a stroke? He had a stroke. He was drinking all that alcohol.
He always said niggas be dehydrated. Niggas be dehydrated, and which is possible.
Yeah, that's if you just drinking alcohol,
if you that big,
and you just drinking alcohol and all that, you ain't drinking no water or none of that.
Eating fried foods and shit all day. You eating fried foods and seed oils and all that shit all day, and you out there performing and sweating, and then the water that they drink even dehydrates them. That's another thing. Right. So you drinking alcohol, you eating lemon pepper wings all day. You know what I mean? You performing, you big as hell, you sweating. Yeah, you could be dehydrated and pass out for sure.
Said, where is DMX then? Nah, DMX passed away. He said Beyonce staying in line elite. Yeah, she ain't doing nothing outside the script. She's gonna stay in character. She's gonna stay in character 1000%. Now more than ever, since her husband was in the media. Now more than ever. Yeah.
Oh, somebody said Britney Spears.
I don't know what the hell Britney doing.
Y'all think they replaced Britney Spears?
She replaced herself. Britney replaced herself. And I think Brittany suffers with Tourette syndrome as well. Because remember that interview she did with what was it, Barbara Walters? She said, "Hello, strawberry," and like that. I think she suffers from Tourette.
I don't think
Yeah,
that's
I think.
Tourette. That's like some split personality type shit.
I mean, I think she suffered with. I think she borderline. I don't even
Tourette.
know if you could be borderline Tourette.
That wasn't a display of
She didn't have
Tourette
no tick.
shit,
That
though.
wasn't a tick.
Nah, cause she still be doing that shit to this day.
I think she still be doing that shit to this day. Have you seen her lately on her social media, bro?
Yeah, but there's a difference between like Tourette's and then split personalities. That shit that she displayed on the show when she all of a sudden just bursted out as a completely
I thought that was
person.
Tourette.
Nah, that's split personality disorder. That's the shit that the nigga had in the movie Moving with Richard Pryor.
Yeah, right. Oh,
Like,
that was
that's not Tourette's. David
that was
Spade.
You said what movie was that? Moving? That was
that was David Spade.
David Spade, right?
Yeah. David Spade character in the movie Moving with Richard Pryor and Stacey Dash. Yeah, that was a split personality disorder.
Right.
That's the shit that looked like Britney Spears has. But then they say that's from the MK Ultra programming.
Yeah, I think. Well, she's been in and out of those psych wards her whole.
Right.
You know what I mean, so I believe they was experimenting on her brain. Yeah,
Right.
I believe they was tampering with Britney Spears' brain. I believe they was tampering with her brain when they had her.
They shattered the mind. They shattered the mind into different personalities that that the handlers are able to pull out. And her dad was definitely one of her handlers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of times the parents sign their kids over to that shit.
Yeah.
That's what people have to realize. A lot of times they don't even be like the kids getting kidnapped or anything like that, or it be the parents. The parents be behind a lot of that shit. Made sure that she went in there to get her programming, and then they handed the dad the keys to be able to manipulate the personality and shit. And this ain't no theory, y'all. This actually been documented, like as far as the MK Ultra, how that shit works. So that's what she was displaying. That's what she was displaying. She was displaying a MK Ultra patient.
Yep.
It's almost like they did that shit to Kanye too.
Right.
And a lot of times the MK Ultra patient don't know that they're under MK Ultra. That's the thing. They just say that they bipolar and depressed, and they have them on these medications, and those medications are really mind control drugs.
Right. All right. Let me see. Hey, I don't know. I guess shoot. Guess this concludes this live stream. Man, make sure y'all
like and share this video.
Right. Like and share this video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Yeah, Amanda Bynes she definitely something definitely happened to her. They tried Kanye, but Kanye,
he started breaking out of the programming and shit.
Breaking out of programming, right.
I knew they had got Kanye when he was standing next to Trump with his hair dyed blonde. Like, y'all remember that shit when he like
Yeah.
He was all MAGA all of a sudden.
It was
and
MAGA.
he was standing next to Trump.
Yeah.
Looking like a robot or some shit.
Yeah. Right.
And that was just him coming right out of the psych ward after his mother-in-law got him turned into the psych ward.
Right.
And came out standing next to Trump with his hair blonde and shit. I'm like, damn, they must have did something to him. They did something to him and then put him side by side with Trump and shit.
Right. We did that in our movie. We did that in our movie.
Facts.
We did it in our movie before it even happened.
Right.
And Kanye Get Out, the animated movie.
Right.
We displayed that in that.
Oh, and showed that Trump had Nicki Minaj locked up.
Right.
We did that in the movie. You see that Trump and Nicki Minaj, You see, they became all buddy all of a sudden and shit.
Right. Damn.
People want to know thoughts on Erica Kirk. Her eyes are scary. Yeah, a lot of people was talking about Erica Kirk saying that she set her husband up and that she was really like some type of spy or some type of shit like that.
Right.
It's a possibility, man. They put people in people's lives all the time. It's a possibility, man. I wouldn't put that shit past none of them. Yeah, make sure y'all like and share this video and subscribe.
Yeah.
If y'all haven't already, and make sure y'all, if y'all just now subscribing, make sure y'all click the notification bell so y'all know when we go live again.
Yes, indeed. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Appreciate y'all, man.
We'll catch y'all on the next live stream.
Oh, one more thing, nightandayherbals.com. If y'all haven't already, head over to nightandayherbals.com. We got the best herbal products on the market right now. We got CBD on there, hair care, skincare products. We got hoodies on there. So make sure y'all check out nightandayherbals.com. That's our shop. Yeah, we appreciate everybody who's been shopping with us and supporting us. We definitely been shipping y'all packages out, so a lot of y'all should have got y'all packages.
All right.
And if y'all didn't already, y'all definitely gonna get them, you know, this week that's coming. So yeah, man, shout out to y'all. And again, that's nightandayherbals.com. The link is pinned to the top. It's also gonna be in the description box of this video.
All right. Appreciate y'all. Peace
out.
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.